Hello out there, PK Scramblers. We're here with some PK Scramble Tournament action, Danger Bracket Edition. We've got Sitake on the left versus fcoughlin on the right. We're in the win or go home territory. I see we've got a couple of, we've got monochrome as our color theme so far between the two of them. And I lost to fcoughlin in the last round in an absolutely brutal seed that was tough. And I know that Sitake is a high level Earthbound player in general, so I think this will be an exciting match. J-Toll, yeah, I'm solo. If you want to jump in, that's great. I'm comfortable in the booth alone as well, so up to you. But we're getting underway here right now. We got a Dalam start. Our flags this week are teleport anywhere, return mice, and random start. Dalam is going to get us a kid check, which is great. There's also a lot of treasures here. So stuff like that counter Psy unit is good early money. Our other options are Scaraba and Happy, which I love going there early and stealing away. See what we got going on in chat. Yes, Nanobite, I think this will be definitely a great run, and we've already got our Tussies out there ready to go. We've got Jeff as our star, which I think in the last race we also had Jeff as the first kid. So Jeff comes with an item. Let's just see if we saw that. And spiraling in from the stars. None other. Jay Tomar, welcome.
It's the second time I've been accused of that this tourney. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Yeah, sorry for the hiccups on this. We had a miscommunication on the admin team. And I was off doing 7-day roguelike, and now my brain is jelly.
Nice. I was myself playing some Splatoon 3. There's a big run going on. I've gotten into that recently, playing with my sibling. It's been a lot of fun.
Nice.
So happy being early. We don't have... Do we have Franklin badge? I haven't seen the Jeff item yet. Nor did I actually see what was the cabin kid or the cabin kid item. Maybe Chad knows. Some love for Splat 3 out there. I'm still very new in the ways, learning. Franklin badge. Okay, carrot key.
Is this even randomized?
Whoa. We have a spicy dog.
You probably shouldn't lick the dog. It'll burn your tongue.
Ooh, big bites.
Yeah, that's
big chomps.
Not the first place to go.
Maybe I would expect us to do like the sanctuary first before coming here. In terms of the
it could be. It looks like the regular cultists aren't that high level either, so those could be the first couple of levels. So I also see Scaraba. I joined in slightly late, so I don't know what other items they might have. The Scaraba Desert would be my first impulse, but I think that actually doesn't scale until we're supposed to go to Pyramid, so that might be higher level too.
Oh, and Fred finding out that this spicy dog is biting crazy hard.
Crazy dog.
And gonna take a new plan. Let's see if what's for sale at this weapon shop here. Doing some inventory managing. Auto rockets.
Yeah. Those will be good for getting past early enemies. Yeah, I definitely like the loading up on bottle rockets. Sitake clearly really likes loading up on bottle rockets here. The fixed damage is very nice early on, even though it's 120 a pop. That's like a lot at the very start of the game.
Yeah, I think I was been sleeping on those early, and I've learned commentating over this tournament. Bottle rockets are good.
Oh yeah, all bottle rockets are always good. I think a vanilla runner will tell you that like the BBRs are very good and the MBRs are just like the item that wins the game. Ancient cave runners as well, but you're not going to see the MBRs in Scramble, and even the BBRs are kind of sparse in the ground. But yeah, even those at the start of the game, those low level ones are still good. Another one that's a lot of people sleep on. I certainly slept on until Aurelix went and played as the first racer to play a scramble. The mummy wrap and handbag strap are just super powerful. Just really powerful items. They stun lock enemies and do a good amount of damage.
Yeah, Derek in chat talking about the big multiple bottle rocket, the legend.
The BMBR.
This is you have to play 8 sinks. You have to turn on max levels.
I hear to get to
curses,
16 sank. Yeah.
and scaling. And then when you new game plus for the second run through, that's when you can start getting the big multiple bottle rockets and the multiple bottle rockets. More important.
Just keep adding more multiple. Yeah, cool. The handbag strap is pretty strong. Wouldn't recommend throwing it away. It's so it's a speed check. It's a pretty good one. It's more likely to hit than a bottle rocket. And if it does hit, then it solidifies, which is actually pretty solid. Like, that's a whole enemy turn you're not doing. And it does some damage. And it's not that much damage, but it's just a solidified plus damage is like free progress. So if you have more than one character, then it's a lot of free progress. And then the mummy wrap is just a better version of the same thing.
Interesting.
Oh man,
I remember that.
We should add a Johto hack to this. Map expansion's almost done. It's been almost done for 3 months, but you know, map expansion. We can go add 8 more sanks worth of Earthbound.
Guardian General, everyone's favorite. Not scary boss. A solid amount of experience though.
Yeah, I feel like Guardian General's gotten weaker. I haven't changed the code or anything. It just feels like he's getting
Bazooka.
weaker.
Was that like a drop?
I don't know. I think it was
in the locker.
Yeah. It was still in Sadake's R menu even after the fight.
Well, they're very close together right now, and I think certainly equipped to give that spicy dog another try if they're so inclined.
Yeah,
well, I guess Fred did the Sanctuary here, Pink Cloud, already. So
I don't think that puts Fred slightly in the lead.
I think so too. I like Pink Cloud. It's like it feels pretty short. There's not as many enemies to dodge.
Yeah, and I always think of it as the shortest one of the Sanctuary dungeons. Though there is a shorter one. It's Pond Cave, but that doesn't count at all. It takes so long to get there.
And then there's just like a couple nice chests that are just like right along the way that we don't have to go out of the way for.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if all the dungeons were this short. I think it was a really short dungeon is Arcade. It's 2 screens, you don't even have to go to one of them.
Yeah, but the wet shark always gets me, like, on the way out, usually, every time.
Oh yeah, on the way out, it's not such a problem, though, because it just says what. You can teleport out of there, but if you're going to do the Perkle check, it's not worth it.
Ooh, this is looking...
Yeah, Coughlin's having some dog...
No, there we go.
Just had to have someone comment on it, and then you got...
a nice chunk of experience for Ness there.
Yeah, Carbon Dog and Diamond Dog have some of the most experience in the game.
That must have given hieroglyph copy, I would think.
I can't think of what else. Given that he's coming over here, it seems pretty likely. I can't even think of what else would really get them moving. I guess Pencil Eraser would also move it on. This is the thing that I've been hoping for all week with these random starts, is having some seed where we get to see the back half of the game. So maybe this pyramid will finally lead into Deep Darkness.
Some hats. Probably not the worst idea to have some armor going on at this point. Here we go. Little pyramid adventure and a little diamond dog fight. That went pretty smoothly.
Yeah, I think Sitake probably made up a little bit of time on that. So it went cleaner.
And confirmed hieroglyph copy. Well, I guess we saw it anyway on Fred's side.
Yeah, we confirmed it was here, not some previous item that we'd forgotten about. Pyramid enemies don't look like they're going to be that troublesome either.
Ooh. The teleport A spiral manual.
Yeah, it's always impressive. Sitake does a lot of those. Though, in Happy Happy Village specifically, there's a nice way to not have to do it at all. I guess the routing didn't give him the opportunity, but if you exit Lilliput and then just first thing, teleport Alpha, don't touch anything, you go right through.
Yeah, that is a fun one, straight out of the sink.
Yeah. I saw in a previous race, Sitake did his very fancy spiral, even though it was coming out of the sink, so he didn't need to do it.
I mean, yeah, sometimes on a stream you gotta show a little of the swag.
Yeah, some people are just incredibly good at that. Sitake is one of them. Dr. Swellman, who's not in any of the Scramble tournaments, is just crazy good at that. I've seen him, like, smaller than the teleport beta.
A pokey. I don't think we're high enough level to have Paralyzed learned yet either.
Yeah, though.
But
the pokey's very low level. This slot inside the pyramid is one of two in the game where the enemies have lower HP, so it's usually not that big of a deal.
Okay.
And that comes from it just being awful before that point.
Nice use of teleport. Doors in Earthbound are strange.
Yeah, I've been in the code quite a bit, and I can tell you, doors are pretty strange. The kind of object that makes a door happen is the same as what starts a staircase and ends a staircase. It's very unusual.
Yeah, getting better at the teleport alphas is somewhere that's my next area of, I think.
It saves
improvement.
It saves 4 seconds every time you use an alpha instead of a beta. And if you bonk, you lose that. Like, it's not worth it. So something that I'd like to recommend when people are trying to get faster is to just find the places where you can do a straight line teleport. All the big cities, like down the roads, most of those are fine. There's a few that aren't, and if you just try it, you'll find out which roads have cars on them. That's a pretty cheap time save. And then once you get used to that, there's places where you can add like 1 or 2 little inputs and get through. You don't have to dive straight into perfectly doing that spiral direction mash to make it look like it's actually teleport beta.
Winters.
Winters. So if you're a
Yeah.
Fred Coughlin here, do you do Dungeon Man?
Well, there's that weapon vendor there, and if Deep Darkness is way ahead, we might find some good stuff.
Yeah. Actually, the weapon vendor next to Pyramid tends to be a pretty good hint. If it's really high scaled, then the game doesn't expect you to.
Yeah, and I don't know if
Literally.
I saw a check there.
It looked fine. These enemies don't look crazy either, so yeah, I kind of agree with Fred's play.
Holmes hat, okay.
There's so few other directions for logic to take them in as well that it seems like this is just going to happen eventually. Because
Yeah.
they have 3 directions to go, and they're all, well, 2 of them are pretty linear, and then going into Tucson will eventually lead to the rest of the game.
Copper bracelet, nice. Yeah, I mean, like, Winters could give bubblegum and, take us that way. But that would only lead to another key item. I would be cheering for, like, the bubblegum to eraser to the next
To
thing,
Hawkeye.
chain. Yeah. That'd be good.
I'm sure there's some version of this logic where there's a required double dip into Winters. Like, we've kind of got the start of that set up. Nano's listing off places you can practice your teleport alphas. So, outside Mouse House, outside the Mines, Winter's Shop, Dalam Palace. Those are good ones. Another one I'd like to point out is the Boogie Tent after you clear it. Super, super wide open. Really easy to do your bad spiral and slowly make it better.
Yeah, I definitely have gotten Winters down, just making sure to, like, scoot as far to the right as possible before
Winters,
going there.
I mean, you can save that 0.1 second by teleporting left out of the door and then tapping up and then right after a little bit. It's kind of a risk. You can do it. And then, of course, yeah, if you go all the way to the right and then tap left and teleport, that's just free. It doesn't really waste that much time.
The one that gets me all the time is, like, trying to teleport Alpha out of Berglund Park and running into that dude that wanders back and forth at the entrance.
Man. So it used to be that we'd have to constantly tell runners to not teleport out of Berglund Park, because that actually is pretty likely to crash the game. There's a patch in here by Catador, who does a lot of cool assembly stuff, which has prevented that specific crash. But yeah, if you go into Earthbound and just go to in front of Everdred's hut and teleport to the right, there's a good chance of just hard locking it. Which, of course, you don't have to teleport out of Berglund Park ever, so you're not likely to run into that outside of a randomizer. Another good one is teleporting into 3 Dwellers enemies there has a very high chance of hard locking the game.
Alright, so we've made it to the deepest, darkest swamp in the land.
It looks kind of cool, kind of like sunset-y colors.
So yeah, it's a summer sunset swamp.
Yeah. Oh, like a nice hot summer day in a swamp doesn't sound that great, but I mean, if it's a stinky swamp, it'll stink more in the heat. I thought for a second that butterfly was a cursed enemy. It's like, no, that's not even labeled.
Wait a minute.
A butterfly was just kind of aggro. I was like, that's not a real butterfly. No, that is a real butterfly.
Wait, okay. Yeah, so there should definitely be a kid here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say probably Pooh.
Yeah, I think logic would probably favor Pooh. There's more options for Pooh to be progression. It is technically possible for this not to be a kid, but it would be some wild logic to make that happen.
A lot of angry trees right now in the swamp. Using the bushes to trick the trees. Got a little space. Nice. Made it through.
Yeah,
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah,
cup edge.
Pooh would give them a progression item, and they have Dalam, so Pooh's also a teleport. Ooh, Metornium. Fred has to check what that is. Can't blame you. That's a very rare drop. It's not 100. I think it's 1 out of 64.
Wow.
That some enemies have that just gives you a pile of money when you sell it.
Hmm.
There's 2 of them in the game. I wouldn't be able to tell you which one's which. The scaling does know to use the ones appropriate to where you are in the game.
Ouch. Okay. That Starman Deluxe was a little nasty, but they got
As
through.
he
Is
is known for.
indeed Pooh.
And Pooh says that he was thinking of swooping in, but it was just too stinky. That's a nice reference to a classic
Pencil
video
eraser. Oh, okay.
Huh. Yeah, that does open up the other direction.
Pointing South Winters word.
Well,
Backward Tucson.
Pencil eraser doesn't actually do anything over there. Like it speeds it up, but the logic's not going to take that into account. It's just faster. But it does let you do the reverse pencil out of Happy Happy, which looks like Fred's picking that one. Did he check the Winters item?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I would definitely do that. It's real quick. Oh, and this is kind of fun. The snakes in the tunnel are not just step on snake and kill it, because this is the first coil snake of the game.
Plenty of rockets left.
Yeah, Sitake's through the swamp too. See if we get that route divergence afterwards. Still, I don't think anyone has checked Winters. Yeah, it's fun seeing people do this backwards. I don't think any of the speedruns do it anymore, because there's death warps to be had.
Getting the Tenda Village teleport mark, seeing what's here. Ooh, hello.
Yeah, good to check that.
Now, where are we going? On Satake's side. Winters, we're going to see it. Oh.
I saw him pick Teleport Alpha, and I was like, no. Okay, he's only trying once. Yeah, that is a tiny, tiny spot.
Yeah, they were close. I wouldn't even think to ever try, so that's like...
That's like the biggest...
High level.
That's like the biggest kind of area that I feel like someone really good at this could do. Okay, you got Key to the Cabin in there. I don't remember who Cabin Kid was, though.
Mr. Saturn coins for sale in the Winner's Shop.
Ooh. Yeah, Mr. Saturn coins are very good. They're better than the next several coins in Logic. Kind of weird.
Cheaper?
Yeah, they're better and cheaper. I don't know why it is that way, but it is.
And vanilla, there's nowhere you can't. Do you buy them in vanilla, or are they only findable?
I think they're only findable, so that might be why.
So their price is like weird.
Yeah, that happens a few times in vanilla. The last 3 coins in the game are also like that, where the souvenir coin in Deep Darkness is the best in the game, and then you find another one later that's 10 defense less, and another one later that's 10 defense less. But it doesn't matter, because that's at the end of the game when defense doesn't matter.
Yeah, and we're definitely seeing our like divergence here of getting that additional teleport.
Yeah.
Doing the winner's check. Which definitely paid off from a gear perspective. Winner's having pretty good equipment.
Yeah, Saturn coins early on very good. And Staka is going to daydream about getting his arms and legs ripped off. We've all been there. Welcome back, anyone who is on ad break. You missed route divergence. Sitake went and checked Winters, which is Cabin Key, and is now doing this. And Fred Coughlin has finished up with the walk through Peaceful Rest Valley backwards. Place of Nothingness to some faster than back. I have no idea. Who would measure that, Derek?
That's a big question.
Yeah.
Um,
Come back, Rizikun. We need.
Whoa, hello, enemies. The streets of
Oh,
Tucson are running wild, and we're gonna find out if they would have started at the same time.
yeah, Derek. You rolled this seed. I'm going to assume that was just one you had in your back pocket.
Mm-hmm. So we've got Apple Kid here, but we're going back to get the cabin, which might be.
Yeah, I didn't see the. Oh,
Ooh, yeah,
the old
love
brain
it.
food lunches. If he's only here to do this, I hope he teleports out. There's something kind of funny that happens. So, who was Cabin Kid? I joined in too late.
I don't recall we're getting our first meme here.
Oh, memes.
Son of a monkey.
Yeah, son of a monkey.
Aha.
I like how different runners have different meme strats. Some comment on the run, some just have a thing they say. Some put tons and tons of effort into it.
Yeah, I don't feel like I've settled on my go-to one yet. It hasn't found me.
Yeah, for some reason, I was just trying to use up the whole space. It's a lot of builds from Coughlin side. That's another kid check.
We must have warped out the first time when we got the kid item.
Yeah, you get these kind of funny looking cutscenes then.
We also have the 10 key item check, so I think it makes sense to keep following.
Oh yeah, pretty much always. Okay, so this is Flying Man.
Oh, buff bird appearance again.
Yeah, so this is not required content, but it is really cool content. Yeah, when I get lazy when entering a meme, instead of doing the A, I just mash the button while menuing over to the end and just get whatever I get.
So definitely a little bit of extra time to go get that Flying Man, but that punch power is going to save time in a lot of fights going forward.
Yeah, we're early enough in that that's a big help. And I want to say that teleport probably was faster than walking, though Fred's going to have more levels.
Indeed. Shield killer. Oh, the spooky ghost. Woo! Plague Rat of Doom on the...
A lot of builds. Yeah, so Stake is going to be following along. fcoughlin still kind of in the lead, but at this point Sitake has done the cabin key, which Fred hasn't.
Done the key and done the nothingness, which depending on, how the rest of the seed opens up, fcoughlin might go there at some point.
Right. We know now that those are not required, but Fred doesn't.
Because we are beholding through the apple of enlightenment, and they are running in the, in the cave of isolation.
Right. All right, we've got a tent check. I would definitely do the...
You do kid first, then 10.
Yeah, kid first. This is faster, like, walking-wise, but...
Ooh.
It's a tent.
Did I grab this one in my channel points? Nope, I'm gonna do it real quick.
Do you just have a tent emote ready?
Bam.
Hey, it's the tent. This is a boogie tent in the boogie tent slot.
Boogie percent.
I think if it's fly honey, then we have to give...
As a count. World record boogie percent.
Yeah, I think those are the rules. If it's boogie tent in the boogie tent slot and it's fly honey, then it's definitely a real legit boogie tent. And both runners got the ghosts intercepting you during this cutscene. It's kind of rare. It's just completely random.
Shyness book.
Well, still a 28-minute or 29-minute pseudo boogie tent. Pretty good. That's another 2 sanctuaries. Which is
That's
the
4.
4. Yeah.
No Paula though.
Yeah, no Paula. So if they pick up another one, then this could be easily a Magic Hand clear.
But
Of course,
Paula's
this is probably Paula right in
here.
front of us. Yeah. Yeah, that's just a Paula. Yeah, so that's
We have
okay. Still like Gomo because they don't have Saturn Valley or Meteorite.
Correct.
At least that Paula.
Well, Shina's turn in would be like our first shot at
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff down
meteorite
there.
piece or a fly honey. It could be on Everdread. There's a lot of options.
I would definitely go ahead and do Shyness because you get the teleport as well, and it's quick, and you can start knocking out Sanks at that point. Looks like Crid's gonna go do some shopping. Yeah, at this point I definitely would pick Kid first if you're gonna end up walking all the way back down. Is he gonna sell those 2 T-ball bats?
There might be a T-ball game later, so
how many bats do you
be
need?
Equipped?
It's enough bats to fill a T-ball cave. That's actually something I notice a lot of runners miss when they have full inventory, is the stuff on the top of their inventory. You kind of assume, oh, is it at the top of my inventory? It must be there for a reason. No.
Yeah, I've been trying to do better as a runner of staying on top of it as I go and remembering after I like equip something through like the quick menu that I can then do it again to drop it like that thing right away.
Yeah. A lot of runners will get a habit of just dropping everything. You can drop too much, but it's kind of hard to end up dropping too much that way. Like dropping too much is just be like you reflexively drop every food item. And it's nice to have like one. They're kind of a good safety. Item of Kings. The biggest thing with item management is just making sure that the last slot in every inventory is open. Because then you can ARB people to get their equipment into the right slot.
Yeah, and I guess there's like kind of like trying to keep usable like key meteorite piece, trying to keep usable key items on Ness, right? So we don't have to page through to someone else when we turn them in.
That's useless.
Lost
it is
Underworld.
not yet go mode. They're missing Saturn Valley, which is rather rare. And the Lost Underworld teleport is not helpful.
They don't have Tentacrowd.
Yeah, for key item management, I like to have it on either Paula or Pooh. And I think there's a few other people
Zombie
who do that
paper.
way. Oh, there you go. That's between
access.
Yeah, between the 2 runners we have go mode, but both of them are missing one of the pieces.
But Sitake is about to get that other piece. Yeah, I think they have. It's very close. I don't know.
Yeah, I think fcoughlin is still just kind of in the lead. It's possible that he loses it by chasing down old dead checks, but if he goes for Everdread first, then he'll have go mode.
He hasn't been to Winters yet.
Hasn't been to Winters yet. Could pick up that cabin key and hopefully remembers better than we did that was Flying
bird.
Man. Yeah. At this point, I wouldn't pick up the bird.
Some
meditation sequence is the big one that he could waste time on.
Some fobbies.
Fobbies are orange.
Nice. Good levels. Always gotta be getting those levels.
Yeah, it's nice to see people actually stopping and taking them instead of just like, if I can skip it, I must. Looks like Sake is going to try this needle.
Like, well, only 3? I don't know about that.
Yeah. Looks like it's only 1. I actually decided to join the fight, having just as much trouble with that tight corridor as he had with the teleporting through it.
I've seen, I think, maybe one repel so far.
Yeah. Also interesting seeing someone skip over the present with the present wrapping. Like those can be revive items, so I would definitely grab those.
Oh, that's good to know.
I think they can be revive items.
Silver bracelets, more enemy dodging, teddy bear.
This one says it's 4th sync, which is kind of interesting. Though it is possible. Actually, in this case, it's logically possible. But even without the teleport, it's possible for this boss to think they're 4th sync when Fire Springs is 3rd.
Oh, because the Lost Underworld teleport came before.
Yeah. But even without that, it's possible for the logic to think, oh, I'll go through Lumine Hall, drop down, go grab Fire Springs, come back up, and then clear out Lumine Hall as a sanctuary. Just like a limitation of the algorithm. And that doesn't affect the actual scaling, it just affects what the boss says. Kind of a chunky Captain Strong. Taking a while.
Ooh, I haven't got to see this in a race in a bit.
Yeah, I think this was like 5% of seeds go through here, so it's nice to see it.
What?
I can see my house from here.
I was hoping for the Rick roll.
Oh yeah, or the
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if I made this even longer?
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I think my favorite is I kind of like in this place. I thought I'd be able to come up with a ton of puns, but that was the only one. It's the only pun in the whole thing.
Pretty good one,
And
though.
Fred's teleporting from Underworld to Underworld, which I know is faster in Vanilla, and I don't know if it is in Scramble. Yeah, you move a lot faster down here in PK Scramble than you do in Vanilla.
Mm.
And Sitake has a giant flying man, which is always great to see.
We love to see it, yeah. Not check. Well, we can't get in. We can't check shops. We don't have the stinky fish.
Don't have the stinky tentacrow. You get a nice little cutscene if you go there without it. And in Vanilla, it does not check at all. He'll just give you that cutscene either way.
What's everyone's favorite lichen?
I'd have to say the lichen reading this. Guess it doesn't work when I'm speaking out loud.
I like those slime molds that like can solve mazes and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's really neat. I don't really know much about lichens, to be honest. I can know the standard facts of like it's an algae species and a mushroom species that are symbiotic, and every pair is unique, and there's a billion zillion varieties of them. And that's about what I know about lichens.
Getting a nice green squirrel in here. Oh, a wipe.
Ooh. Yeah,
These
that room.
Psychos.
I think that room is just rough. The one where those two psychos will spawn has been a problem for a lot of people, and even when it's like within scaling, it's just two psychic psychos is pretty rough. Nice, Derek.
Yeah, this soul crushing flame is soul consuming.
Soul crushing flame. Rough.
It's a generated enemy. That should be let's write that on the list.
I assume crushing's in there, and the rest would just happen. Yeah, soul consuming flame could probably solve
it might be
especially a wooden maze.
Yeah, it's like a psychically possessed slime mold.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be like a lava.
All right.
Yep, third sank down here.
So if I'm remembering right, this would be the fourth. This should be Power of the Land moment. when they get their song.
Yes.
They have done all 4. They already have the zombie papers, so they'll be heading to 3 to head to Saturn Valley. Fred just got the zombie paper.
Yeah, so Fred's now in go mode.
Wow, garbage.
Wow. Yeah, I expected that to be better.
The hottest garbage. Fred heading to Winters. Ooh, this nightmare. I had a nightmare as my Magic Hand boss, and it had a lot of hit points.
Yeah, that's kind of rough.
It beat me.
Yeah, Magic Ant Nightmare will have more
with
HP
a punch
than
man. The buff bird coming in huge there. That fight goes way, way longer without buff bird.
Yeah, it's hard to get your buff bird to last very long in that fight in vanilla. Or to even get to that fight, really, without repels.
Fred heading out to Dalam.
That's interesting. I wonder what he's doing here.
Oh, because it could be the teleport to Saturn Valley.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like... It's definitely a gamble, but it's not... It's one I would make sometimes if I felt like... If it was, that would be a big payoff.
Yeah. He can't see that he's in the lead, so he doesn't know. And I think he's going to lose his lead right now.
Because it's like... This is like a... Teleport here, walk down, walk through this. This is probably like 80 or 90 seconds.
Yeah. I've never actually timed this one, but it's slow. It feels slow because you're not pressing buttons.
If this is Saturn Valley, then that saves much more than that. Getting there.
Yeah, we can... I mean, they started these checks that are at the same time, so we'll see how far through it Sitake is when fcoughlin finishes this. Get a pretty good idea of how much time it would have saved if it was Saturn Valley.
Mm-hmm. Tucson, yeah.
But, yeah, it's Tucson.
And then he's got to climb down and then would teleport somewhere around here, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like it wastes about the same amount of time as doing the zombie paper cutscene.
Sneaking through those flies. It's a hotel stay, and like probably walk to that stairs to the 3 tunnel.
Worst dungeon in the game. People are sleeping on this. It's not Pyramid or Stonehenge, it's this one. Probably is Stonehenge.
I feel like my problem always with Stonehenge is I often have bounced off of it where I've been like just underleveled and it's like the worst.
Yeah, I think just the purple section is Stonehenge is really kind of garbage. The abridged version just only truncating that is kind of reflective of my feelings on the dungeon.
Whoa, that was a lot of zombies. Try 2, no zombies. Hyper beam. Red ribbon. These are good finds.
They're okay. They're not that big league about.
Tempted to go 5 sank.
I don't really know if they have a clear line forward for 5 sank. Wait, is it?
Well, they don't have fly honey.
Wait, do they have the bubblegum? If they have bubblegum, then I would have taken that easily. Like, the problem with that whole route is that you do a Tessie ride, and that is way faster than all this.
I'm gonna say like 85% no bubblegum. No bubblegum, no fly honey. Those would be like,
Yeah, I felt like they had bubblegum, but I don't expect that this to be their routing if they did, so they must not.
there's not really like a teleport to anywhere that would immediately give us
So
five.
something you can kind of see happening on fcoughlin side is these black antoids that are with Titanic Ant. They're a different version from the normal one. They only use life up. So they get scaled separately, and the only two places that those show up are the Titanic Ant fight and here in Grapefruit Falls. So if you have not been to Grapefruit Falls and you get a late Titanic Ant, those helpers can actually be pretty nasty. And if you get really, really late into the seed, and you get the wombo combo of those not being in Grapefruit Falls, or you're not going to Grapefruit Falls and you have the high level one, then they'll have Life Up Omega and they can be a real pain in the butt.
Yeah, that would be bad. Sinks they have, let's see if I can remember this. They have the two Lumine and Fire Spring. They had Pink Cloud from Carrot Key, and they had Happy Happy at the beginning. And that was the 4.
Yeah, good recall. Matches my memory at least.
We got a Night Pendant.
That's an alright pendant, but it's no okay pendant.
Gonna take a quick trip, see.
Can this be something impressive? Could be four-side? It is
Yep.
four-side. Yeah, that doesn't directly open anything though, so I think you still just do Gygas from here.
Yeah, like if I feel like my equipment was absolutely terrible, I might be tempted to like peek a little moon side trip just to like snag on a couple of those boxes that might be high tier, but
Yeah, I don't think they have a good freeze protection pendant, which is one of the things I'd want to go look for. Or at least check the Saturn
we're
shop.
going.
Yeah, Sadaka is just like go, go, go.
No special shop, no.
Yeah, I would definitely check the shop. But Sadaka is on the way, so everyone get your guesses in. I think it's going to be Frank.
Frank is a popular one. I am feeling a Starman Junior tonight.
Oof. I guess they might have rockets. Yeah. Okay, so Fred's taking the foreside. And a hint. Fire Springs. Okay, so Derek's right. Fred hasn't done Fire Springs. I don't seem to want to do Fire Springs.
Is Fred going for 5? Fred, in their win over me, I believe they fought, I guess, 4 times before they got through.
There's been some
And
rough
they didn't have any,
Gygases.
with no okay pendants in sight, like.
Yeah, so Satake doesn't.
Hurt.
I don't think Satake has Brain Shock or Shield Sigma either. So, like, this is.
They have a lot of brain food launches.
Yeah, and he is taking the time to distribute them evenly, which is a good part of prep. Actually have those items on different kids so they can help each other out. But still a little thin.
Also, we do have a Franklin badge, so that makes it a little bit better than I think some of the other bad fights we've seen. Okay.
It's a Mondo Mole.
Mole.
Not terribly threatening. Sadake is going to paralyze the mole.
We had Shield Alpha at least, so we can get something going.
Yeah. So the one threatening thing about Mondo Mole is that it's freeze resistant, which is kind of annoying in this situation when you don't want to use any of your multi-hit PSIs.
Teddy bear, no.
Also, Mondo Mole apparently has Shield Sigma, so I might just have to bash it out.
No!
Flying Man.
Flying Man was confused?
Flying Man hit a guy, I guess.
Oh, it bounced off and took out Pooh.
Yeah, that's one of two reasons you don't really want Flying Man here. The other is if you use Brain Shock strats, then it's not really going to respect that you don't want to hit the boss.
I think all I've seen out of Moonside so far is repel DXs.
Yeah, it's good to have, but not really.
And a Bracer Kings.
Yeah, it's strong item, but it's a defense item, so it's like, eh.
Oh, we don't have any revives. And Flying Man again punched. Guy gets big time.
We have no revives?
I don't think so.
Oof. Yeah, I definitely would have checked that Saturn shop.
I mean, you know, this is again where it's like we're late in the tournament. I think we start to see a little bit more aggressive, like I gotta really push the envelope approach.
Yeah. Looks like Sitake is going to be doing some early prayers.
Doing prayer strats.
Oh, I did notice it. It mismenued the brain food launch, but then decided to pray instead.
Living
I actually
on the
might
big
stop
edge here.
bazookaing.
Oh, we're in the next. Now we're in the pray phase.
Yeah, I actually would have, if I was in Sitake's position, I would have stopped bazookaing because you need one of those prayers to revive Ness, and now they can't.
No more brain food lunches on Jeff here. Oh,
Ooh,
no Franklin badge on Paula either.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's gonna be a do-over.
Yeah, that is a wipe, unless there's a revive on Jeff that we both missed. Nope, forfeit button? Forfeit button. Sitake has not practiced the menu for forfeit button, and canceled out a couple of times. Sitake is a very strong runner who does all the vanilla categories, which do not have the forfeit button.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think Flying Man did go down, so like...
Yeah,
nope, they did. No. They're still alive.
Was it a reset or it was a forfeit?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Sitake's just going right back in.
I don't think they didn't use any repels to get there. I think they
just teleport all the way.
Super excellently teleported the whole way. I mean, they got a lot of the way there in less than ideal conditions, so maybe we get lucky. Flying Man goes down on the way, and then...
Yeah, that'd be handy. This exploding reactor robot's a classic way to kill off Flying Man. Yes. Oh, there he goes. Yep. More like Dying Man.
More like Dead Buff Man.
Okay. It looks like while we weren't paying attention to Fred, he picked up a signed banana. So he's just going to go straight for it, taking very minimal healing. Yeah, it has to go to Fire Spring still. And this is going to be kind of a spicy sewer. But say that you shouldn't lick the sewer.
Fred has, I think, a couple of DXs, so if it's like being too annoying, they can... Well, you need two of them to get through all of Magic Hand, as I learned recently.
Yeah, I think you need 3 normals for 1 normal and 1 DX. And of course you can't use a half of a DX, so that's all you have, you need 2. But more the boss I expect to be kind of tough. It's pretty easy to dodge enemies in sewers, especially with Teleport Alpha.
Yeah, I think we're in for an exciting finish here. Yet again.
Yeah, this is gonna be close. Like, unless the boss that Fred's heading into is extremely aggro, I think Fred's kind of got an advantage, but not a huge one.
Do we get to do Who's the Magic Hand boss game?
Oh, of course you do, but we have to...
We have to wait. Oh, when is the point? The cutoff point on that?
I think we start when they get
the crossover. I wouldn't get the teleport. That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you could do it now, but you could have been guessing who Electrospector is going to be too. I actually really like seeing Electrospector here. Not that threatening of a boss.
Lots of
and
experience.
yeah, the most experience. Just removed his own shield. Doesn't look like Fred noticed that he did that though.
Miss.
Ooh, clutch butterfly for Sitake. Also, Derek, I don't remember if I answered, but no, Flying Man cannot kill Gygus. Um, all normal damage is hard coded to not actually damage a bunch of bosses, including the prayer damage. Doesn't actually damage Gygus.
Those shocks are hitting big time.
Oh yeah, it's pretty likely that some of the kids are going to go down. Like, I don't think this fight's free. I just think it's like it's unlikely to be a wipe. It might be a hard time.
Yeah, physical attacks are not even really effective here. Ouch. Ouch.
Ooh, double hit on Ness. You don't like that. Oh,
There
but
we go.
yeah, Fred's there.
Meanwhile, we can turn our attention to round 2 against Gygus. All right, this is feeling like it's going a little bit better than.
Do you think he checks what this
round
item
one.
is? He checks the item. It's a UFO engine. He doesn't take it. I wouldn't either. Ideally, I wouldn't even check it, but I'd be so tempted. I forgot that fcoughlin had another sanctuary to do, so this is still quite close.
All
and
right.
phase 2 for Sitake.
Definitely scary, lacking the better position, I think, than the last time they went into phase 2, but still not having the pendants. Hopefully, because I think we have the Franklin badge, if I'm remembering. So I'm hoping that we got that on. Ouch.
I don't remember. Like
Because because Diamond Dog, because Spicy Dog was giving everyone trouble.
Spicy Dog. Yeah. You're right. So hopefully it's on the right kid this time. Looks like fcoughlin actually used one of the repel sandwiches for. Oh, maybe he didn't.
Jeff has shot himself with the bazooka.
Oof. Yeah, more and more people shooting themselves with bazookas. Be careful around bazookas. Make sure to buy a proper gun safe for your bazooka.
And if you're feeling strange, keep the bazooka locked up, right? Like, never just go shooting the bazooka when you're feeling strange. You should probably just either spy or defend if you're feeling strange.
Good life advice for sure.
Okay, we've got Pooh down. Coming down to Ness and Paula in the void. Throwing prayers out. Meanwhile...
and prayer for and his friends.
Fred finishing up. We still got a solid amount of those tasty brain food lunches left.
Go for a brain food lunch. Oh, what's in them? I always kind of assumed fish.
Yeah, gotta be that's probably the protein.
Yeah. This game's from the 90s, which was whenever it was fish is brain food. Then again, this game is also from Japan, so who knows if that was a thing there too. Maybe it's just literal brains. You get a bunch of PP back, but you also are at risk of prions.
Definitely, prions are bad.
Prions are bad.
Yes, Jeff
Pri-
he tried to do a rocket jump, but he forgot to jump. Is the problem?
Ooh. You always have trouble with those rocket jumps, especially in the older games where they're not free. Maybe PP stands for prion points.
Oh, we're into.
Yeah, Sadaki's almost got it. Now we have seen someone clear all of Magicant during this cutscene, but it was back before Magicant was scaled as high as it is now. So it's still possible, but it would be rough. Yeah, I think it's gonna be close.
Yeah, because Fred's got 2 repel DXs, so they should have a clean.
Yeah.
Clean
Hopefully he takes the walk straight there and doesn't lose any presence. He doesn't know that he is extremely on the clock right now. Hope
We never do in the race room.
Yeah, Talisman Ribbon, very good, but also not the direction you need to be going. Ooh, Crystal Charm. That goes on. Oh, he knows what it goes on.
Oh, we're not using
Fred, it repels.
Where's those sandwiches?
Use your sandwiches.
We got them.
Smoke them if you got them. I mean, eat them if you got them.
They're for eating. We might only have one. We might have used one. Oh no.
Well, he's got the teleport though, so it's fine.
Googly eyes.
Yeah, okay, I think Sataki's got this then.
Yeah.
So, very, very close. And wait a few more seconds for a GG's.
I splurged for the black and white. GG's.
GG. Good race from these runners. Also shoutouts to fcoughlin for going through this with an eye injury, and for Satake for rescheduling when fcoughlin got a surprise eye injury.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Very classy on Satake's side and very bold on fcoghlin's side.
Yeah, definitely worth calling out, and that side, that robotic eye seems to be working out pretty well for him. Oh, another repel. Yeah, I want to see who's in Magicant here. We still have time to guess. I'm gonna keep my Starman Jr.
I've got admin, so I can't even see. I'm gonna say Frank again.
Oh, we got.
Actually, no. I'm gonna say other mole.
The third strongest.
Yes.
Flying Man is a traitor from Satake and Chad here. Understandable. They
there he is.
Really blow Gygas attempt number 1 with their punches.
Yeah, don't punch the Gygas. I mean, Flying Man is just doing what he's built for, what he lives for. Just punching things. Don't worry about the consequences, just punch.
Yeah. He gives and he takes with both fists,
It's true. But always with the fists.
Meanwhile, it looks like we bonked a belch.
Bonk belch. Bonk space.
We got some nauseous kids. Yeah, the Flying Man, Edith, and Yoinketh. They'll carry you most of the way, but then they will punch you in the face by bouncing it off of Gygas's face.
Yeah, would be useful on fcoghlin's route, but never picked him up.
Yeah, just a beefy belch.
Ew.
Picked up brain shock. Ugh, yeah. Oh, right, what is this? Is that Starman Jr.?
I think we had DX already, right? So I think you might get your wish / prediction. / wish diction.
Junior.
It is. Now, does fcoughlin have his greatest weakness? Oh, he doesn't even know. So the great weakness of Starman Jr. is the BBR. And for some reason, Starman Jr. has just crazy high elemental resistances. I don't know why, but it does.
Freeze and fire, very tough.
Yeah, but extremely low speed. So if you have anything keyed off of speed, which is mostly rockets, then they work very well on him.
Do they have any like status weaknesses that are noteworthy?
Not that I know of.
Ouch.
I'm never certain on those.
Ouch. Ouch.
It'd be funny if
Ooh.
Starman Jr. was one of the ones that has like no luck. Ooh, that is rough.
I had a good thunder hit, but ooh, another one. Another one. It's gonna be all about those bazookas and hoping for lightning strikes. A different type of prayer, praying to the thunder gods.
Yeah, it looks like Ness is out of PP, so I'm gonna have to see if those bashes work well in this as well. It's fine. Yeah.
Can't take much more of those, though.
It might have been good to save some PP for heals. Also, toothbrush him for an extra turn, if it works.
Getting Jeff topped up at this point there.
Yeah, deciding that Jeff is the heavy hitter.
Heavy damage.
Let's save on Pooh. Kind of helpful, but not gonna matter.
One more?
Not enough. More. Oof.
This could be so tanky and heartbreaking.
And fcoughlin has forfeited. Don't blame him. That was rough. Yeah, so I think we're about to dip into ad break, which is kind of funny timing. I'm going to go ahead and just fix up the raid. You don't need to stick around for ads, anyone. Thank you for co-commentating. Thanks for running racers. And thanks for... Oh, I'm too late. The ad's already there. Thanks for thanks for restreaming, Derek. Go find a raid.
Yeah, thanks for hopping in.
Yeah, thanks for commentating. Who are we gonna get? Looks like... Try to see if Plug is actually running a scramble for once. Nope, that's the wrong rando. I have to go back to Panther. Oh, Temple already did it. Okay. Yeah. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for commentating. Waiting for this raid button, and then I'm gonna go take a nap.
Sounds good. Have a good nap.
Thank you.